Oleg Penkovsky, a high-ranking Soviet official and GRU intelligence officer with access to top-secret nuclear information, is disillusioned with Khrushchev's leadership in light of the growing threat of a nuclear war with the United States. He reaches out to the CIA and offers to provide information that could help de-escalate the situation. The CIA and MI6 decide that it would be better not to use an officer and instead have an ordinary businessman act as an intermediary. They approach salesman Greville Wynne to go to Moscow under the pretense of exploring commercial opportunities. Wynne establishes seemingly normal business relations with Penkovsky, and the latter makes arrangements with Western intelligence agencies to feed them information. He asks that they continue to use Wynne as their regular courier, reasoning that he will be under the Soviets' radar. Initially opposed to the task, Wynne eventually agrees, partly after CIA officer Emily Donovan emphasizes that his efforts could help prevent a nuclear war, and also after Penkovsky visits him at his home and tells him that he is betting his life on Wynne's success. Wynne uses his business travels to Moscow to regularly carry messages and packages provided by Penkovsky to the CIA. However, this takes a toll on his personal life, where he starts behaving agitatedly, leading his wife to think that he may be having an affair. Penkovsky learns that the Soviets want to turn Cuba into a nuclear threat to the United States, and relays this information, along with photographs and military plans, to the CIA, who eventually verify this using their own intelligence. The Americans are able to use this early lead to their advantage during the Cuban Missile Crisis. However, the Soviets, using their own double agents, realize they have an information vulnerability. In Moscow, Wynne realizes that his hotel room had been searched, but leaves the country before he has a chance to warn Penkovsky, worried about Penkovsky's fate. Should he be left behind, Wynne volunteers against the advice of MI6 to go back to Moscow to help arrange Penkovsky's defection. However, the Soviets, having previously poisoned Penkovsky and searched his belongings while he was in the hospital, foil the plan and arrest both men. Wynne is sent to prison where he endures harsh conditions, which results in his health significantly deteriorating. He adamantly maintains his innocence, claiming that he knew Penkovsky only as a business client, and did not know what was in the packages he had delivered. Several months later, he is allowed a visit from his wife, who tells him that the Soviets have removed their missiles from Cuba, boosting his morale. He also gets to meet Penkovsky in prison while being interrogated, and tells him that his sacrifice was worth it, and the two men emotionally clutch hands. In April 1964, Wynne is released in exchange for the Soviet spy Kanan Malady and returns to London. It is also revealed that Penkovsky was tried and executed for treason, and buried in an unmarked grave, but with his family being allowed to live in Moscow. The U.S. and Soviets also establish a communications hotline between their leaders to prevent future nuclear disasters.